Hi again. Today the topic is probability distributions and then we will see about that statics. So these are all the last topics in the probability and statics. Okay. So in this video I will cover the probability chapter actually, and then there is only one chapter, numerical methods. If it is covered means then engineering mathematics will be finished. Okay. So first topic, binomial or Bernoulli's distribution. What is this? Random variable x whose probability distribution is given by the formula. Okay, so x has some probability distribution, that is p of x equal to r, which is equal to n into cr p per r q per n minus r. So the probability distribution according to the binomial will have this formula. Okay, p of x equal to r n cr p per r q per n minus r. Here q, which is nothing but 1 minus p. Okay, let's see what are the things. X is called the binomial random variable. Yes. N is number of times. Okay. P is a probability. Q means failure, probability of failure. P means probability of success. Success, if I say x like u is a success, means the whole is 1, right? So 1 minus u will be the failure, that is q here. So you can see here q is a probability of failure which is equal to 1 minus p. Okay. So for binomial distribution, what is mean, what is variance, and then central moment. You can see here mean means e of x will be equal to np. Okay, number of times into the success, probability of success. If they have asked for variance of x, means np into p minus 1. That's it. So n into p into p minus 1, which is equal to n into p into q. You can easily say p minus 1 is q, right? So npq. Next, central moment, which is equal to e of x minus e of x the whole power k. Okay, central moment means e of x minus e of x the whole power k. Okay, it's like a formula. Okay, next for the binomial distribution, b of n comma p, number of times success, we have x equal to r and e of x is p np and q which is equal to 1 minus p. So we can easily write mu k will be equal to summation of r which is equal to 0 to n into r minus np. Okay, r minus np. Okay, like we have seen x minus e of x the whole power k, right? So this is central moment. This one is the central moment, right? So central moment which is equal to summation x minus e of x, which is r minus np the whole power k, into the value of e of x is this one, right? Like it is a probability of x equal to r, right? So this is a formula, ncr p per r q per n minus r. So this is probability. So they have written that probability here. And then if they have add plus 1 to the k, means the equation will be like pq into differentiation of the moment, central moment, by dp with respect to p plus n into k mu k minus 1. Okay, this is the thing. This is central moment. Okay, so this is the formula. So we can easily say if mu 0 means we will get the answer, like if k is 0 means we will get the whole thing as 1. If mu 1 means like k is 1 means we will get the answer 0. Likewise, they have given the values like 0, mu of 0 is 1, mu of 1 is 0, 0, mu 2 is NPQ, that is variance, mu 3 is NPQ into Q minus P, that is the third central moment. Okay, so 0 central moment, first, second, third. Skewness. What is skewness? Beta 1 will be equal to mu 3 square by mu 2 square, cube, like 3 2, 3 2, right? 3 part 2 and 2 part 3. Okay, just remember like this. So mu 1 will be equal to mu 3 the whole square by mu 2 the whole cube. That's it. Skewness defined in terms of mu 3 only. So always skewness will be defined in terms of mu 3. Okay. The measurement of skewness will be gamma. We know that gamma n means n minus 1 factorial. This is a value for that. So gamma beta 1. So gamma of beta 1, right? If mu 3 will be equal to 0 means, if they say mu 3 will be equal to 0 means beta 1 skewness will be equal to 0. So the curve is symmetrical in this values. Okay, next one. If mu 3 is negative means the curve is negatively skewed. If it is negative, negatively skewed. If it is positive, positively skewed. Let x be the binomial variate. Then the moment generating function. So moment generating function of x is defined by, this is the moment generating function's formula. Mx of t will be equal to e of e power tx equal to summation r equal to 0 to n e power tr into n into cr pr q power n minus r. Okay, so this is the moment generating function. Okay, you can see here the same, this one is the probability into e term will give the moment generating function. Okay, so we can simplify it as you can see here. This is here also r, here also r in the power. So I can easily write p into e power t the whole power r. Okay, et. So this is the thing. So we can easily simplify it. And then mx of t, which is equal to e of e power tx, will be equal to q plus pe power t the whole power n. So this is the value actually at last. Okay, next let's see a problem here. When a coin is tossed 3 times, x denotes the random variable. Number of heads turned up. So how many times of heads turned up? Then here, so they have asked when a coin is tossed 3 times and we need to find the probability here, number of heads turned up. So we can easily take q will be equal to 1 by 2, p will be equal to 1 by 2 because success means 1 head out of 2, like 1 coin's head, tail. This is what p. Q means 1 minus half, which is also a half. So pq will be half, n equal to 3 times, and then we can easily find p of x equal to 0 means this formula. Okay, so just substitute x equal to 0 here. X equal to 0 means x equal to r. Here the r value is 0. So instead of r, put 0 here, and then pq values half. Okay, so just substitute all the values here. You will get the value 1 by 8. P of x equal to 1 means 3 by 8. So we can easily write these terms in a table. Okay, so I can easily write it in a table. Then I have to find mean. Mean, which is nothing but x into p of x. Variance means x square into p of x, right? So I have found the mean here. Like x into p of x. 1 into 3 by 8 plus 2 into 3 by 8 plus 3 into 1 by 8. Yes. So we have done that and we have got the value as 3 by 2. Here mean, which is called NP, right? We have seen before. You can see here, mean is what? Mean is NP, sorry, see here. Mean is NP, right? Variance means NPQ. So the same here. So mean value is this one, NP. So I can take 3 by 2, which is nothing but NP. Okay, so this is what? Mean. And then we need to find skewness. Mean, which is nothing but mu of x, right? So I can easily tell mu cube, mu 3 the whole square by mu 2 the whole cube will be equal to NPQ. Like the formula is what? Mu 3. We have got mu 3 as NPQ into cube minus P. So whole cube means all will have cube. Here whole square means all will have square. Here whole cube means all will have cube, right? So this is the thing happen here. N square, P square, Q square, Q minus P square by N cube, P cube, Q cube, right? So in this form we have simplified it and we will got the value as this. So this is nothing but beta 1. Okay. Then instead of Q, I am going to substitute 1 minus P here. So after doing that, you will get 1 minus 2P the whole square, because 1 minus P. So if Q is 1 minus P means Q minus P will be 1 minus P minus P, right? So 1 minus 2P. So 1 minus 2P the whole square by NPQ. Yes, this is what? Beta 1. Okay, this is skewness, and by removing this square, I will write like square root here in the bottom new denominator. Okay, if P is half means it is symmetrical. If P is less than half, it is positive. P is greater means it is negative. Okay, this is the thing. Next one. So we have found the tabular column and then mean by, okay, and then mean. Then we have found the skewness here. Okay. Then for the binomial distribution, mean 10. So they have given the mean as 10 and variance is 5. Okay. How many times the experiment conducted? So we know NP and this one is NPQ, right? So just divide it and you will get like, just divide it and you will get the Q value here. Q will be equal to 1 by 2, right? So Q is 1 by 2, P is 1 minus 1 by 2, actually plus 1 by 2, okay? Q is 1 by 2 and P is 1 by 2 here, and then substitute it, you will get the N value as 20. Then find the probability of getting exactly 2 in 3 times with a pair of dice. Okay. N which is equal to 3, that is 3 times. X equal to 2 dice. Exactly 2. Okay. And they have said pair of dice. So 2 dice. So X equal to 2 here. And they have said the probability of getting exactly, so the probability of getting 9 exactly. So we need to get 9 in the addition. Okay. So you can see here 6, 3, 3, 6, 4, 5, 5, 4. These things will get 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by how many ways? 2 dice. 6 part 2. So 4 by 36, right? Will be equal to 1 by 9. This is nothing but the probability, P value. So P we have got 1 by 9 and we will get Q as 8 by 9, right? So we have found P and Q. Then we can directly substitute in the formula. Like the required formula, the required problem is we need to substitute the values here. Just substitute the values. N is 3 and X which is equal to 2, and then Q and P and Q values. So we can directly substitute all the values. You will get the answer as 8 by 243. Right? Okay. Next sum. two dice are rolled 120 times. So they have said 2 dice 120 times. So n is like 2 dice and n is 120, right? So x is 2 dice. Okay. Find the average number of times in which the number of first die exceeds the number on second one. So first exceeds second one means 15. We have seen that, right? So A is greater than B will be equal to 15 ways, and n they have given 120 here. We need to find the P value. Yes, so P, which is equal to 15 ways by 2 dice, so 6 square, so 36, and this value is P, right? And then mean will be equal to n into P, that is 120 into 15 by 36. You will get the answer as 50. So this is the value, like mean value for the sum. Okay. And next sum, if x is random variable and e of x, which is equal to 4, this is mean. Variance of x, variance will be equal to 4 by 3. They asked x less than or equal to 2 and comment on B. Okay. So in this sum, you can easily say NP is 4, right? And NP cube is 4 by 3. So we can easily substitute the values in Q and you will get the value Q, P, N. Okay. After that, they have said P of x, which is less than or equal to 2, right? That is x equal to 0, x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. So just we need to find this thing, right? For that purpose, just substitute x equal to 0 in the formula. What is the formula actually? This is what the formula, right? So this is what the formula. Always take e power t as 1. So this is what the formula. N, C, R. So this is nothing but x equal to r. So we can directly take this formula here. X is 0 means we will get only 0, right? So what is formula? NCX P power x Q power n minus x, right? So the formula here we have written here. So we can easily take NCX P power x Q power n minus x, right? So this is what the formula. So we can easily substitute the values here. You can see here P power 0 is 1 and Q, which is nothing but 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 the whole part 6 minus 0. Here CX, okay, this one will become like this one will become 1 actually. C0, like n is 6 and C0, okay, means this part will be 1 actually. So I can easily write if x equal to 0 means 1 by 3 the whole part 6 minus 0. Okay. Next, here 6C1 means 6 will come. So 6 into this is P value, this is Q value, plus 6C2. So 6C2 means the value will be like this. 6 into 5 by 2 into 1. You need to put 6 in the numerator and 2 in the denominator. So 2 into 1, 6 into 5. That's it. So we will get the value as a whole 73 by 2729. Okay. And they have asked the second one as like we have to comment on beta 1. So skewness. Okay. So okay, let's see that. P we have got the value 2 by 3, right? This one is greater than 1 by 2. So we can easily say that is negative. P is greater than means it is negative. So opposite. If it is less than means it will be positive. Okay. Next one. Poisson's distribution. A random variable x whose probability distribution is given by this formula. This is Poisson. So E term will come. E power minus lambda into lambda per r by r factorial. Yes, this is the formula. Then x is said to be the Poisson distribution. Okay. Poisson random variable. Okay. And the distribution is which is nothing but Poisson distribution. So what is the formula? P of r, which is equal to e power minus lambda into lambda per r by r factorial. This is for 0 up to infinity. Okay, so I have written here. Otherwise it will be 0. Here the mean is same, n pi. So lambda, which is equal to n pi. It is used when observations are high and success probability is lower. So the observations are higher and the toughness is higher. So the success will be low, right? So in this condition we can use this Poisson's distribution. That is, n will be equal to infinity, as you can see here. N means number of times will be infinity, and p, which is equal to 0. So in this condition we can directly say n will be infinity and p will be 0. Success is 0. Okay. So this is what the observations are higher, like number of times will go on, and the success is low, which is nothing but 0. E of x will be equal to lambda and variance of x will be equal to mu 2, mu 3. It will go like this. Here we can easily say all will be the lambda. So just substitute in skewness, we will get the value as 1 by lambda. Okay. Then if lambda is greater than 0, there occurs only positive skewness. We can know if it is greater than 0 means it will be greater than half. So it is always positive. Okay. Okay. So don't need to consider this. Next one, moment generating function mx of t. The value will be e of e power t lambda. So I can easily say the formula will be e power lambda into e power t minus 1. So this is what the formula for moment generating function. So there comes a problem here. A product is supposed to contain 2% defective item. So they said 2% defective item. What is the probability in a sample of 50 items to contain exactly 2 less than 2 defective items? Okay. So they are saying 50 items are there in a sample and 2% is defective. They said that. And then exactly 2 and then less than 2 defective, we need to find that. Using binomial distribution, and here comes the Poisson distribution. First, we need to put binomial distribution. So here n is 50, p which is equal to 2 by 50 into 2. You know, 50 items into 2. So this is the total defective. Out of this thing, 2 will be the probability, that is favorable cases. This is total cases. So 2 by 100, which is nothing but 1 by 50. Okay, and substitute the value. You can see here 49 by 50 the whole power n is already 50, here 48. So this is not possible. So just leave this and use Poisson's distribution. Here lambda will be equal to np, so we can directly write lambda as 1. Substitute the values, you will get the answer as 1 by 2c. Exactly 2 means we will get the answer as 1 by 2c, sorry 2e. If it is less than 2 means 1 by 2 plus 1 by e plus 1 by e will be equal to 2 by e. So this is what the answer. Okay, and the next sum, the telephone switchboard. So telephone switchboard receives 20 calls on an average during an hour. So this is what the average calls. Okay, in an hour. Find the probability for a period of 5 minutes. So we need to find for 5 minutes. No calls or exactly 3, at least 2 calls received. So these are the conditions here. Actually they have said 1 hour, 20 calls. So I am just writing 60 minutes. They have the average of 20 calls. So I need 5 minutes. So just cross multiply it. You will get the value as 5 by 3. Which is nothing but 1.65 calls. So this is what the lambda. So just substitute p which is equal to 0. No calls means x equal to 0. Exactly 3, x equal to 3. At least 2 calls means x less than 3. Okay, at least 2 calls means x less than 3, or you can write x is greater than or equal to 2. Okay, at least means greater than or equal to 2. So just substitute the value, you will get the value as it is. Okay, so you can see here, if they have asked p of x is greater than or equal to 2, means we can easily write this thing as 1 minus p of x less than 2. Okay, this one is greater than equal to, we can write the opposite symbol here by 1 minus the whole thing. Sorry, 1 minus the other thing. Okay, yes. Next one, normal distribution, that is Gauss distribution, Gaussian. Okay, so a continuous random variable x whose probability density function is given by, so they have given another formula here for the probability density function. So f of x will be equal to 1 by sigma root 2 pi into e power minus half into x minus mu by sigma the whole square. So this is the formula. It's a little bit complicated actually. Actually just concentrate 1 by sigma root 2 pi. Okay, so 1 by sigma root 2 pi. E part term into, in this e part term, there is a complex term, x minus mu by variance, like sigma the whole square. Okay, and they have given the limits here, x mu or minus infinity to infinity, but sigma is 0 to infinity. Okay, so f of x here 0 otherwise if they have other conditions means. So the mean of normal distribution is mu and the variance is sigma square. Also we can write it as integration of f of x into dx will be 1, right? By taking values of x and f of x in xy plane. So we are taking the values of x and f of x, right? We get the graph of normal distribution as shown. You can see here, you will get the value like this. So this is what we are taking the x values and f of x function in the xy plane. Okay, so to calculate p probability, so they have given some limits here a to b for the normal distribution. So we have to calculate like this. Integral f of x into dx will be equal to integral a to b e power minus alpha x square into dx. So the formula will become like this, but which cannot be evaluated analytically, so it cannot be found by analytical. Next, standard normal distribution, like we need to put z which is equal to x minus mu by sigma, okay, which is nothing but f of z function. So we need to rewrite this formula here, this complex term as z. Okay, so I'm just replacing this term. F of z will be equal to 1 by root 2 pi into e power minus z square by 2, right? This z is nothing but this complex term. Okay, they have the limit minus 3 to 3. So if this term z which is equal to 0 means, if I said in the graph z which is equal to 0 means the mean will become 0 and the variance will become 1. How means, if I put 0 in terms of z, you can see here mean will get the value 0, but variance will come here, so it will become 1. Okay, this is what the standard normal distribution. And the question here is the average height of students in a class is 175 centimeter with a standard deviation of 10 centimeter. So they have given the standard deviation and they have given the mean value here. A student is selected at random from the class. What is the probability for him to have height between 170 to 180, more than 180? This is dead easy actually. You don't need to confuse in the questions. Okay, just write what is mean 175 and then what is standard deviation, which is nothing but the variance, right? Standard deviation means sigma. So variance will be equal to 10 centimeter. So the first condition is 170 less than x less than 180, right? So just substitute z value. Z which is equal to x. So x is nothing but 170 and 180. So just leave this x. Mu is 175 and sigma is 10. Just substitute at x equal to 170, we will get the z value as this. So the limit will be minus 0.5 to 0.5. In between is z. So I can rewrite this function as p of minus 0.5 less than z less than 0.5, right? So they have given a value here, p of 0 less than z less than 0.5 will be equal to this value. So I can rewrite this, the limit is what? Minus 0.5, here 0 and 0.5. So I can easily write this one as 2 times of 0 to 0.5, right? So this is happened here. 2 times of this value, the value they have given. So the answer will be 0.383. And then second one, greater than 180. You can see here, more than 180 centimeter. So the condition is greater than 180. 180 means at x is 180, z will be 0.5. So px greater than 0.5. Here greater than 0.5 means it will be 0.5 to infinity, right? So it will goes on and it will end in infinity. But at center there is 0 here. So I can easily write this thing as 1 minus p of z less than 0.5. This is greater than, I am just writing 1 minus in a reverse order, right? Less than or equal to 0.5. So I can easily write this thing as 0 to 0.5 by putting half here, like minus infinity. So 0.5 will be up to minus infinity. So I can write this term 0 to minus infinity as half. So half minus 0.1915. Okay, this is what the answer here. So actually minus infinity to infinity will be 1. So what is minus infinity to 0? It is nothing but half. So I am just taking half here. Okay, is it clear? Yes. Then next sum. The resistance of resistors is observed to be normal with mean resistance of 100 ohm. Then standard deviation of 2 ohm. What percentage of resistors will have resistance? So they have given 2 conditions here. And they said they have given one value also. So first one is 98 less than x less than 102, right? Here the standard deviation is 2. So variance is 2 and 100 is nothing but mean. So I have wrote those 2 values here. And then z which is equal to x minus mu by gamma, right? Sorry, sigma, x minus mu by sigma, and at 98 at 102 I will get the value as this one. I can easily rewrite this minus 1 to 1 means the center will be 0. I can easily rewrite these 2 things as 0 into minus, sorry, 0 to 1, right? So this is what happened here, and we will get the answer. Just write it in a percentage, 68.26%. And the another condition, x is greater than 102, like x should be greater than 1. So we can rewrite this and you will get the answer as 15.97%. Okay, next comes the uniform distribution, rectangular distribution. It has no problems actually. We only see the concepts here. So f of x will be equal to 1 by upper limit minus lower limit. This is what here happened. And a which is less than x which is less than b. So a to b is a limit here. Otherwise means it will be 0. So we can see here it is in a graph a, b. So the function will be 1 by upper limit minus lower limit. Here mean will be equal to average, that is a plus b by 2. If it is variance means we can easily say b minus a, upper limit minus lower limit, the whole square by 12. So these are the two formulas. And if x is uniform, are we in the like random variable in the interval? They have given one interval minus a less than x less than a. So we can easily say the mean will be 0, right? Minus a plus a means it will be 0. And the density function is, so they have asked the density function actually. So you can see here mean will be 0 and they have given f of x will be equal to 1 by 2a, right? So it is 1 by 2a, and then variance will be equal to a plus a square by 2. So we will get the value as a square by 3. Okay. Next one, statistics. Statistics means what? Statistics is nothing but collection of data. Then we need to analyze the data. So analyze of data, then interpretation. So interpretation of data. First we need to select the data and then analyze it and then interpretation, right? So these things will come to form the statistics. Types of data: grouped, ungrouped, closed, open data. What is grouped data? A data is in the form of class, intervals, so it has some limits, okay, and frequencies. It has some frequency, means we can easily say that function is grouped data. Then the data is grouped data and the distribution. So this one is what? Grouped data. And then distribute the frequencies to their corresponding class intervals. Then the data is known as frequency data. If frequencies are distributed means it is frequency data. If the data is in the form of class, interval and frequency means it will be different, like grouped data. Ungrouped data: if data contains only observation but it does not have any class interval, so there is no limits here, and then the data is known as ungrouped data, which is a raw material, raw data. Closed data: if the class intervals are in a continuous form without any discontinuity, so it is goes on in a circular or anything, but it is goes on continuously, it does not have any discontinuity point, then the data is closed data. Otherwise it is a open data. Next, what is average? Average means x bar UGD, which is nothing but ungrouped data, will be equal to xi by n. So xi by n. If it is grouped means function into xi by n. Here n is number of observation and capital N will be the frequency and x is nothing but the midpoint. Okay. Yes, f is frequency. Then comes the median. If n is odd means the middle observation will be median. Right? If n is odd, we will get the median as median, like the middle observation as median. If n is even, the average between the middle observation provided that. So we need to take the average here. Data is rearranged either in increasing or decreasing order. So small to big or big to small. Number of observation above middle is equal to the number of observation below. So they are saying the observation above will be equal to the observation below. Okay, so MD will be equal to L plus n by 2 minus AM, the whole like into C by F. So this is what the formula here. Here L is lower limit, F is frequency, C is nothing but the class length, and M is cumulative frequency. Then comes mode. The most frequently repeated, if I got 111 or 333 means this one is what? Mode. For grouped, it will be M0 will be equal to L plus del 1 by del 1 plus 2, del 2 into C, where here del 1 will be equal to F minus F1, del 2 will be equal to F minus F2. Okay. So relation between the mode, median, mean. Mode will be equal to 3 times of median minus 2 times of mean. So we can easily say the relation will be mode, which is equal to 3 times of median minus 2 times of mean. So this is what the relation between mean, median, mode. Okay, let's see a problem which includes these three things. They have given raw material which is unarranged and it is ungrouped actually. So they have given the numbers. We need to find the mean. So all this summation will be 38. If you sum all these sums, it will be 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 numbers. By 10 we will get the value. Okay, and then next, median. Median means first we need to arrange it, right? So ascending order, small to big. So I'm just arranged it, and you can see here median will be equal to average, because here I have said n will be equal to 10, right? So this is what even. So first we need to arrange it, and then we need to take the middle numbers, middle two numbers. So what is the average, which is nothing but 7 by 2, 3.5. This is what median. And then mode. Mode is what? Most repeated value is mode. Here the most repeated value is 2. So 2 is the answer. So this is for ungrouped. It's easy. But grouped data means, so they have given some frequencies and compound interest. So they have given some intervals, class intervals. Okay, this is what class intervals. 0 to 10, 10 to 20. Likewise, they have given the numbers and frequencies. Okay, so first I'm just writing the class intervals and then frequencies and then mid frequencies and then cumulative frequencies. You can see here, sorry, not mid frequency, it is the middle in the intervals. So what is the value which is exactly middle between 0 and 10 means 5. So we can easily write here will come 5, 15, 25. These are all the middle numbers, exactly middle numbers. So I'm just writing these things. And then frequency, what the frequency is given in the question, this one. And then cumulative frequency means first we need to write the same here, 3. And then add to 4, 7. Add to 7 plus 12, 19. 19 plus 24, 43. 43 plus 13, 56. 56 plus 6, which is 16. So this is what the capital N. Okay, yes. And this one is the middle one. So just consider, just omit this thing, and 1, 2 rows or above and below. So this is what the middle one. Okay, first one, we need to find mean. Mean, which is equal to f of x, means the function into x by summation of the function, right? So here xi is the middle one, right? So xi into fi. Fi is frequencies. So I need to multiply these two things. So 3 into 5 plus 4 into 15, like there I have written here, and the summation for the frequency is 60. So this is what in the denominator, and I will get the answer as 33.66, right? Next, median. Median, which is equal to L plus N by 2 minus M by frequency into C, right? C is class length. Okay, means between these two numbers it will be 10. Between these two numbers it will be 10. So the common thing for class interval is 10, right? So here you can see this one is the middle term, as I told you. So here the lower will be 30. Lower limit is 30, right? So we have found L, which is equal to 30 here. And then this one is F. Okay, so F is the middle term, frequency in the middle term, which is 24. And above, which is F1, and below, which is F2. So the above number is F1, below is F2. And we know that N, which is cumulative frequency, that is N, which is equal to 60. So we have found the N. And M means cumulative frequency up to, so just consider, like just leave this middle term. So before that, count all the frequency, you will get 19, right? 12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. So just leave this 24 and add all these frequency, you will get 19 here. So this is what m, small m is 90. So we know all the values, substitute it and you will get the answer as 34.58. Okay. And next one, mode. Mode, which is L plus del 1 by del 1 plus del 2 into C. Del 1 is f minus f1. So we know that f is 24 and above the number of 24 is 12. Below the number of 24 is 13. Just do the calculation and you will get the answer as 35.25. And then range. Range is maximum minus minimum, like upper limit minus lower limit. So greatest value minus least value. Okay. Standard deviation means square of variance, because we will write variance as sigma square, right? So this is what here. And sigma square will be equal to the function summation of xi minus x bar the whole square by n. This is numbers, and xi minus x bar. Okay, x bar is mean value in the x term. This xi is the x, like they in a row they have given x as a numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, likewise we need to add all these things. So xi, which is nothing but x1, x2, x3. Okay, if I say x is given as 1, 2, 3 like this, means I will say this x1 term is 0, x2 term is 1. So likewise xi, they have given xi minus this is mean, the whole square by n. So this is what variance. So I can easily write 1 by n into summation of I by I equal to 1 by n xi square minus x bar square. So xi square minus mean square. Okay. So variance is a sum of squares of deviation from mean. So sum of square of deviations. Sum of summation of square of deviation from mean. So it is written in words. Okay. From grouped data, we can write this variance as 1 by capital N, which is equal to f of f function into xi square minus, because we had frequency, right? So frequency into xi square minus 1 by n into summation of the mean. So this is the mean value, e of x. Okay, so e of x the whole square. So we will write this one as like this. So 1 by n summation of, we don't have other numbers, just put in 1 by n summation xi minus mean, the whole thing. Fi into xi will be x bar, right? So x bar, so whole square. Coefficient of variance. Coefficient of variance means standard deviation sigma by mean. Standard deviation by mean will be equal to into 100. We will get the coefficient of variation. Skewness means lack of symmetry. Okay, if I said it is symmetrical, means it is exactly at the center, means I will say skew is like it is a symmetrical skew. If the curve goes to the right, means like just consider a graph. Here it is positive and here it is negative, this one is 0. If it is exactly in the origin, means we will say symmetrical. If it is goes to the negative, we have to write negative skew. If it is goes to the positive, means we have to write negative skew. If it is goes to the negative, means we have to write positive skew. Okay, this is what the difference in the graph. Next, Poisson coefficient of skew, which is nothing but mean minus mode by sigma. We have no mode, which is equal to 3 times of median minus 2 times of mean. So we can easily say this two things, like the minus will go inside, it will become plus. So 3 times of mean minus 3 times of median will be the answer for the coefficient, Poisson coefficient. Poisson coefficient. Poisson. Okay, so Poisson coefficient will be 3 times of mean minus median. So this is what the answer. And then formula. Then practical limit of this Poisson coefficient will be equal to minus 3 to 3. Okay, and for symmetrical means it will be 0. The coefficient will be 0 because mean, mode, median will be equal to 0. Like they are all equal, so the coefficient will be equal to 0. If it is negative means mode will be the highest one compared to these two things. If it is positive means mean will be the highest one. Okay, this is what the relations. And then correlation and regression. The degree of relation between two variables is called correlation. So the two variables are related by means of degree angle means it is correlation. So positive correlation means changes in the two variables will be in the same direction, like if x goes in a direction and y also goes in the same direction, there is a change between this x, y, and it goes in the same direction, it is positive. Negative means the change in x will cause the y to reverse direction. So x goes in this direction, y goes in this direction. So change in one variable will affect the other, which cause a reverse direction. This is what negative correlation. Correlation coefficient between x, y, which is nothing but r. R will be equal to covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. Actually, covariance of xy means individual. We can write like xy minus x into y. This is the thing. So e of xy minus e of x into e of y. This is what covariance of xy. So covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. So we can write this thing as, we know the formula is 1 by n. So 1 by n into summation of xi minus x bar, yi minus y bar, square root of this thing. So I can easily write, I'm just taking this term as capital X and this term as capital Y. So I can easily say summation of xy by square root of summation of x square, summation of y square. So I will get the answer like this. Okay. And the limit is minus 1 to 1 for the correlation coefficient. Okay. If 0 to 1 means the limit for r, like the limit for r is positive. We know that in a graph it is 0, it is minus 1 and 1 means this one is positive and this one is negative. This is what they are saying. This one 0 to 1 is positive and 0 to minus 1 is negative 1. Then r which is equal to 0 means there is no correlation between the xy. Okay. If x, y are independent random variable, then correlation will be 0 because they both are independent, means there is no relation. So correlation is 0. Covariance is also 0 and r is 0, right? Next, a sum. Calculate the correlation coefficient between xy for the following data. They have given a data here, xy. First, we need to find the summation of x, summation of y and the mean value. Just add all these things by 8, we will get the mean value, right? After that, just form a table. X which is equal to x minus x bar. We have seen that, right, in the formulas. X minus x bar. Same applies for y. So just find xy, x square, y square, because we have no summation of xy by summation of x square minus summation of y square. This is what the formula for R, correlation coefficient. So for finding that, here you can see here x minus x bar, which is nothing but x is what? 65 minus 68. Next, 66 minus 68. Likewise, we need to write 65 minus 68 is minus 3. 66 minus 68 is minus 2. So likewise, we need to find like this. Same appears for y. Y means 67 minus 69, which is minus 2. 68 minus 69, which is minus 1. So minus 2, minus 1. Likewise, we need to write these two things. After that, just multiply these things and then square x alone and y alone, you will get the whole table. So just find the summation of x square, y square. Then substitute in the r, you will get the value as 0.6, which is in between 0 to 1. It is a positive correlation. Okay. Next one, regression. The linear relationship between 2D random variable. 2D random variable is what? 2D random variable means the outcome, like the two outcome should connect to the real value. So at a time, so we need to connect these two outcomes to the real value at a time, means it is 2D random variable. So if this relation is linear between the 2D random variable, if it has the linear relation, means it is regression. Okay. Lines for regression. So they have given the lines. Y on x, x on y. So they have given two lines. So just remember, this one is start with y and this one is start with x. So just give preference to y, and then if it is start with x, means give preference to the x. So we have to give preference for the y. So first start with y. Y minus y bar, which is equal to r into sigma y. We need to give preference to the y. First y should be come. So sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar. Last we will give the place to the x. Here x should come first. So x minus x bar equal to r into sigma x by sigma y. So x should come first, because x on y means we have to give preference to the x. So this is what the lines, two lines. And they are saying these two things as a constant, byx, bxy. Okay. So they are saying these two things as a constant. So this is a regression coefficient y on x. So these are the regression coefficients for y on x and x on y. So they have given the names. byx. Here also we need to give preference to the y. Okay. Okay. Just multiply these two things and you will get the value correlation coefficient r. Like, just multiply these two things, these will get cancelled, and byx into bxy will be equal to only r square. So r will be equal to plus or minus square root of byx into bxy. Yes, yes. So next one, both regression coefficients has the same sign. If both have the same sign, means we can easily say, like, these two things are positive, means we can easily say r is also a positive one. So that is what they are saying. And then two regression lines are passing through the point in, this is what, mean point. So two regression lines will always pass in a mean point. Okay. Next, if I said these two regression coefficients are equal, means I can easily write this thing as variance of x is x square, like sigma x square will be equal to sigma y square. This is what, variance for x, variance for y. So both are equal. Angle between the regression lines, which is nothing but theta, which is equal to tan inverse of 1 minus r square by modulus of r into sigma x into sigma y by sigma x square plus sigma y square. Okay. So this is the formula for the angle. If r is said to be 0 means, okay, if r is said to be 0 means I can easily say theta will be 90 degree perpendicular angle. If r is said to be 1 means theta will be 0, or we can say pi. This is the coincide. So it coincides. So the two lines will coincide. If r is 0 means the two lines will be perpendicular. So they have given one problem here. The regression equation, or they have given two equations. We need to find r and x bar, y bar. So they have given two equations here. First one, we need to find the two lines, x on y, y on x. Okay. So for x on y, I need to first find the x in terms of y. for y on x, I need to find y in terms of x. So you can see here, just keep the x here and remaining numbers will go there. Likewise y here and the remaining numbers will go there. And here this term is like bxy will be equal to the y coefficient will be the answer. And here, like we have seen here y will be equal to the coefficient into x, right? So y will be equal to the coefficient into x. This is what byx, x into the coefficient of x. So just take the coefficients of y and x, because y is equal to byx into x. So this is the equation, and x equal to bxy into y. So we need to take the coefficients here, x coefficients for this one, x coefficient for this one, sorry, y coefficient for this one. After that, just find r which is equal to square root of just multiply these two things. You will get the value. Both are in negative, so we have to put negative here. And then mean means x bar y bar, so just replace this xy by x bar y bar, and then solve this. You will get the value for x bar and y bar. Okay, then note byx will be equal to r into sigma y by sigma x. Here y, we need to give preference for y, and here also y. Okay, next, which is equal to covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y. You can see here this r value is, they have substituted the r value here, covariance of xy by sigma x into sigma y by sigma x. So the same. After that these two things will get cancelled and this will become square, right? So covariance of, this is what, variance of x. So we can easily say byx, the last is x, right? So denominator will be x. Covariance of xy by variance of x. Same applies here. For y means variance of y. So this is what the answer. Okay, thank you so much for watching this. Up to this, we have completed the probability and statistics. So next, we need to study the numerical methods. So I have to prepare for that. And up to this, we have completed up to 6 or 7 chapters in engineering mathematics. Thank you so much for watching this. Do watch all the videos and make it useful for your competitive exams. Thank you. Bye.